Hello and welcome back to the Satoshi Society YouTube channel. My name is AJ, one of the hosts here, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Bitcoin charts, and we're going to be taking a look at some other charts as we usually do to help us with our Bitcoin analysis. Okay, so we're going to be taking a look at the traditional markets, and we're also going to be taking a look at the DXY as well, because as I said, they give us a really good understanding of where Bitcoin is most likely going to go. Okay, right now I have actually come live a bit later than usual because nothing has really happened today. I'm just waiting for something to happen so I can actually bring you something. However, nothing much is happening. So, I'm just going to update you with sort of what I was talking about yesterday, update you with anything new. And just give you an understanding of where the market could go if a certain market does a certain thing. So that's what we are going to look at today. So if that sounds interesting, please make sure you smash a like on this video, and we will jump straight on into the charts. But please make sure you smash a like on the video because it helps me out, helps the channel out, and we can continue to bring the trades that I bring you, and I can continue to bring the analysis that I bring you as well. So smash that like button. But anyway, jumping straight on into the Bitcoin charts, taking a look at the Bitcoin 4-hour, as we always do, we can see that Bitcoin is in this sort of smaller range, okay, between sort of $22,750 and $23,560 approximately. Okay, we've got a major sort of resistance coming in, and we also have a major support level coming in as well. As we can see, we've used these levels as major resistance right here. Okay, we broke before the break towards the upside. Then after the break towards the upside, we use these levels as major support before the break towards the downside, and now we are using them as this major resistance level. We are using it as resistance as of right now. Okay, and same with this support. Okay, we used it as major support all along here. Okay, then we sort of disrespected this support level. Okay, because we broke below it, and then we broke straight back above it without testing it as resistance. But what we can see here is that the price is coming and testing this level as support again. So we can start looking at this level being a strong support level again. Okay, because we are finding support on it. Okay, so looking at this, we are sort of in this mini range. Okay, trading within this range right here, and we're just waiting to see whether we can get a break of this resistance, which will signal to us that we can move higher. Okay, and we can move to $25,211 approximately, all the way up here, which was our previous shorting area with the shorts that we are currently in. As I said in the previous live streams, we are in this short position, and I'm looking to continue to hold this short position open. Okay, and because we entered this short position at a really nice entry point up here. Okay, and I was telling you, the price was looking very bearish up here, and I was expecting a pullback. Okay, so I'm still within that short position, and I do give you those updates over on Twitter as well. So make sure you give us a follow on Twitter. Still holding up Bitcoin shorts. I've been giving you these updates. I've been telling you when the market is about to drop over there as well. Okay, I put Bitcoin looks as though it wants to drop more. Okay, as you can see, this short position was in 23.87% in a profit, and then on the exact same day, okay, February the 24th, you can see I posted this on February the 24th. Okay, and then we can actually see the time here as well. So this was at 3:27 p.m. and on the same day at 4:08, here we go, Bitcoin. Okay, you can see that this short started to print a lot more. As you can see, 35.49% in a profit. I could tell that this market wanted to drop, so I let you know over on Twitter, and then the market continued to drop, still going short. Bitcoin short still going strong, still holding that Bitcoin short. Okay, and I did tell you that I was taking some slight profits at 40%, because we were in some nice profits, so it's always good to just take some profits off the table. But right now it is sort of sat around 20% in a profit, so not as nice, but we've taken some profits off the table at 40%, so I'm not complaining. Okay, and as I said in previous live streams, we've moved that stop loss to entry. Okay, which the entry point is $24,730. Okay, so there's no possible way that I can turn this winning trade into a losing trade. Okay, that's taking all of the risk out of the trades. This is what I like to do, and this is what I'm trying to teach you over here as well. Okay, so I was telling you, I was entering into the short position up here, okay, and I've been telling you I've been holding it and taking profit on the way down, and I'm still holding this short position open. Okay, why am I still holding this short position open? Okay, because we have major resistance above us, okay? So there is a high chance that we could get a rejection from this level, come down to support, okay, and potentially break that support, okay? That's sort of one scenario that we could be looking at. The other scenario that we could be looking at is that we actually break resistance, okay, and then we move much higher. But again, I've moved that stop loss to entry, okay, and I've already taken some profits at the likes of 20% and the likes of 40% as well. Okay, so if it does come and hit that stop loss, which is at entry, I will not lose. I will not lose anything. Okay, because we've taken all of the risk out of it and we've already taken profit. Okay, so there's no possible way I can turn this winning trade into a losing trade. Okay, so I've just taken all the risk out of it and I'm just letting the trade run. Okay, if it comes up and hits that stop loss, fine, doesn't matter. Okay, but because there's a high chance that we could get rejected from this resistance, move down to support, potentially break support, then I want to capitalize on that, so I'm still going to hold a bit of that short position open. Okay, I still have around 30% of what I initially put in that trade still open. Okay, so I still have a fairly large amount in that trade, and I'm happy to just let the rest of the trade ride. Okay, so looking at this, we're coming into resistance on the 4 hour, but what's happening on sort of the bigger time frames? Okay, the bigger time frames, what we are looking at is, again, we got that resistance that we were looking at on the 4 hour, but for me, on the larger time frames, I still think we could go lower. Okay, I do still think that Bitcoin could potentially come down to $21,400. I think that is a very, very possible target. Okay, and we are most likely going to see that if we do see this DXY continue to push towards the upside. Okay, so this is the next thing I want to look at. Okay, this is the ES right here. We'll take a look at that in a second, but the next thing I want to look at is the DXY. Okay, because the DXY is going to give us a really, really good understanding of where the market is going to go. And what is the DXY doing right now? Well, the DXY is testing major resistance. So there is a possibility that we could get a harsh rejection from this resistance, which would be very, very bullish for Bitcoin. Okay, so if we got a rejection and we saw that the DXY was starting to pull back, okay, we would most likely see the ES push towards the upside, and we would see Bitcoin push towards the upside as well. Okay, but again, there's also a possibility that we could see the DXY break above this resistance, and if that was the case, then the DXY could move much, much higher, potentially all the way up to 109 if it were to break this major resistance level here. And yeah, we would see Bitcoin have another push towards the downside, potentially even coming all the way down to 20,000, maybe even lower. Okay, so we have to be very, very aware of this. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm just sitting on that short position that I have. Okay, right now, if you're not in a trade, it's not the right time to be getting in a trade. Okay, the right time to be getting into a trade was when I was telling you I was entering into a trade. Okay, this was the right time to be entering into the trade, and the trade was a short position. Okay, and you can see that's played out really, really nicely for us. Okay, but right now, what am I doing? Well, I'm just sitting on that trade. Okay, if I wasn't in the trade, I would just be sitting on the sidelines because we're at a very, very delicate time right now. Okay, we're at a very important time in the market, when the DXY is at resistance, when Bitcoin, okay, is also, testing major resistance as well. But not only that, the ES is testing major resistance as well. Okay, right now is a really, really critical time in the market. Okay, because the DXY is going to give us a really good understanding of what the market is going to do, depending on whether it pumps, okay, or whether it dumps. Okay, so right now, all I'm doing is I'm waiting for the DXY to either push towards the upside, breaking resistance, and then move much higher, or get a rejection from here, okay, and move lower, because then and only then will we get a clear direction of where Bitcoin is going. Okay, right now I'm swaying more on the scenario that the DXY is going to push towards the upside. Okay, why do I think this? Okay, there are a few things, a few reasons why I think this. Okay, and again, this could be invalidated. Okay, what I'm about to tell you could be invalidated, and the invalidation of that is that we do get a rejection from here and move lower. Okay, and there is an invalidation on the ES, which I'll get to in a minute. But the reason why I think I'm sat more on the scenario that the DXY is going to push towards the upside, meaning that the ES is going to pull back and Bitcoin is going to pull back, is because if we come and have a look at this weekly, Okay, this is a really, really good chart and will give us a really, really good understanding of where the DXY could go. And for me, it's looking fairly bullish for the DXY, which of course is bearish for Bitcoin. Why is that? Well, looking at this blue line here, okay, this horizontal, it's not horizontal, diagonal blue line here, okay, we can see that we've used it a number of times in the past as major support, as you can see right here, okay, a number of times we've used it as major support, okay. Then we've tested it here, okay, but we've broken towards the downside. Okay, we've broken towards the downside, which is very bearish for the DXY, but very bullish for Bitcoin. Okay, and this is when we did have that nice push towards the upside for Bitcoin. Okay, however, the DXY found some strong support here. Okay, from this previous swing low here. Okay, and we saw a really, really nice bounce. But what happened during that bounce? Okay, so for the first 2 weeks, okay, of testing this line, okay, we continued to get rejected from it. Okay, we could not break above it. But the third week, we finally broke above it. Okay. As you can see right here, we've got a nice big candle breaking above this previous support, now resistance level. Okay, now we can start using it as support. And now that we're above this on a weekly, it is looking fairly bullish. It does mean that the DXY can continue to use this support. And if it does, okay, it can move much, much higher. So this is what we need to be aware of. And this is why I'm swaying more on the scenario that the DXY could actually break above this major resistance here and move much higher. Okay, so this is why I'm swaying more in that direction. And another reason why is because if we move over to the ES, okay, and we come to the daily on the ES, what we can see is the ES has actually broken major support. Okay, this diagonal white line right here, we can see we've used it as support here. We've used it as support here. Okay, we used it as a bit of support here, but then initially we did break towards the downside. Okay, and then yesterday we did retest it, but we did initially get a rejection after that retest, as we can see right here. And today it looks as though we are continuing that rejection, as we can see here. The ES is having a bit of a pullback today. Okay, so if this is going to continue, okay, if this rejection here is going to continue, and we're going to come back down and test these two major support levels here, okay, and then break that, okay, then we could be in for a lot more downside on the traditional markets, but also Bitcoin as well. Okay, we do just have to factor in that there is major support here. Okay, I'm not ignoring that. Okay, there is major support here, so there is a strong chance that we could bounce. Okay, and this is why we got a nice little bounce off this level here. Okay, because over the course of 2022, we used this downwards trending trend line right here as major resistance, and we didn't actually break above it over the course of through the course of 2022. Okay, we continued to get rejected from it, as you can see here. First test, second test, third test, fourth test, fifth test, sixth test. Okay, we tested it 6 times, getting rejected from it 6 times before we finally broke up. Okay, broke above this downwards trending resistance level on the 23rd of Jan, okay, 2023. So this is a very, very important level, okay, of support, and it's coming in some confluence with this major support right here. Okay, as we can see, we've used it as resistance here, support here, support here, support along here. Okay, and then even if we come here, resistance, support before the breakdown, resistance here, resistance, support, it's just a major level. Okay, we've used it as very, very strong support and resistance in the past. Okay, so it is going to come in as a major support level if we do come and test it once again. Okay, but right now we're looking at the ES, okay, breaking towards the downside of an ascending trend line, okay, and retesting it, and also getting a slight rejection from it. Okay, it's not really a confirmed rejection right now. Okay, I would like to see a bit of a bigger rejection, but then we have to remember we have these major support levels coming in, so I would like those to be broken as well. Okay, but looking at it, looking at it from my perspective, I think that the market is still looking fairly bearish now, unless, okay, this DXY can get a rejection from this major resistance here. Okay, if we cannot get a rejection, okay, and the DXY is going to continue to climb, then it's looking very, very bearish for the traditional and the Bitcoin markets. Okay, but again, if the DXY can get a rejection from here, then it's looking very, very bullish for the traditional market and the crypto market. So where I'm sat right now is that I'm sat on that short position. Okay, I'm expecting the price to continue to come down. Okay, I've got my stop loss. I entered a really nice position. Okay, I moved that stop loss to entry. Okay, so I'm not worried about this trade at all. I'm not worried about this trade at all because I've already taken some profits Okay, I'm letting the rest of the trade just ride out, and I move that stop loss to entry. So there's no way I can turn this winning trade into a losing trade. Okay, but I'm not entering into another trade as of yet, or adding to that trade as of yet. Reason being is because the entry point was up here. Okay, when I came live and told you that I was going to enter a trade up here, that was the time to be entering into a trade, not now. Okay, if you didn't enter a trade right now, is not the time to be entering into a trade, because we don't know the direction of Bitcoin, or where Bitcoin is going. Okay, what we know is that Bitcoin is ranging. Okay, what we know right now is that Bitcoin is ranging between these resistance and support levels. That's all we know right now. Okay, so yes, there's a chance we could get rejected from here and pull back to this support. But remember, the DXY is at resistance. Okay, if that breaks resistance, okay, Bitcoin is going lower. Okay, but again, if if the DXY gets rejected, Bitcoin could go lower. Okay, so we have to wait and see what the DXY is doing. DXY breaks up. Okay, we know that Bitcoin is going to go down. DXY gets rejected, we know that Bitcoin is going to go up. Okay, so right now, if I wasn't in a trade, I would be sat on the sidelines just waiting for a clear direction of where the DXY is going, because then it will give us a clear direction of where Bitcoin is going. Okay, so that's what I'm currently doing right now. But as I said, because I entered the trade when I said I was going to enter the trade, okay, I came live and I was telling you before I was even entering the trade that I was going to enter this trade up here. Okay, and I'm just currently sat on that trade. Okay, I'm not too worried about it. If it hits a stop loss, who cares? I've already taken a lot of profit off the table. 70% of the capital that I had in that trade, I've already taken profit out of. Okay. And yeah, if it continues to print, then great. Okay, we can hold that short position open, maybe even add to that short position. Okay, if there are still bearish signs that I'm seeing. Okay, but right now we're at that critical stage of where if the DXY breaks up, we're going lower. If the DXY gets a rejection, we're most likely going to go higher. Okay, so we just need to see where the DXY is going, and then we can have a clear direction on the market. Okay, so that's pretty much all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this little update. I know nothing is happening, but I want to make you aware that I'm still here and I'm still going to update you with what's going on. And of course, I'm going to try and bring more trades. Okay, yes, I'm already in a trade. Okay, and I've been updating you with that over on Twitter as well. So make sure you follow us there. But yeah, I am in a trade right now, but of course, I'm going to be looking for more trading opportunities to bring to you. So don't worry about that. If you did miss this trade that I entered in up here, okay, if you did miss that, then don't worry. I'm going to be looking at entering into a lot more trades. Okay, so yeah, thank you once again for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you smash that like button. It really helps me out, really helps the channel out. If you're new, smash that subscribe button, turn the bell notification on, and yeah, again, smash the like button because it lets me know you want to see more trades and more technical analysis videos like this. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next live stream, which could be later on today if the market decides to move, or it will be tomorrow for the normal live stream. So thank you very much, guys, and see you later.